Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians at Cleveland Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 5-5 with a 4.35 ERA. And pitching today for the Indians is Larry McCall, whose record is 9-10 with a 5 ERA. And so, a great victory yesterday. We win 2-1. Sweet Lou Whitaker was all the offense we needed. He had an inside-the-park home run, which gave us the 2-1 lead. And the bullpen came in and locked it down. And we inched ourselves a little bit closer. We're now 4 games back. We leapfrogged in front of Milwaukee, who has fallen to 4.5 back. And we have 14 games to go. So we cannot afford to lose any games, especially to the last place Indians. I'm getting a little bit of a late start today. I did have another video earlier this morning where we started the contest on this channel for the Christmas in July giveaway. So at the end of the video, if you're curious to see what was given away and how the contest works, it'll be right about here at the end of this video. And it was a lot of fun, and so congratulations to today's winner, and we're going to have another giveaway tomorrow and all the way through Sunday. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with today's game. I also wanted to point out, as Bruce Robbins is starting for the Tigers today, we actually have 2 days off in a row. A little scheduling snafu, which is great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip over Jerry Uger, and when we come back to face the Brewers, I'm going to have Dave Rozema go. So it's going to be Rozema, and then it's going to be Morris, and then once again, it'll be Bruce Robbins, and then we'll see Jerry Uger against the Twins on Sunday. So that's my game plan. We're just going to go with the big guns while we can and try to get, almost will ourselves into the playoffs. It's going to take a miracle with 14 games to go, but I like the way the team's playing. The pitchers are looking pretty good. As Bruce Robbins will be getting the start today. As I mentioned, all of the bullpen is available. Here's the lineup for today against the righty, Larry McCall. A couple minor changes. I'm going to put Bobby Ramos in at catcher today, and we move Lance Parrish into the DH. I'm not going to give him the day off. We need his offense. He's had 5 home runs in the last 20 games, so, he's producing. The middle of the lineup here, though, otherwise has been a little bit challenging, but again, we cannot set the big guns down. And let's go ahead and do the Tigers lineup rundown officially. Batting leadoff and in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting second at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting fifth and DHing today is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and in right field is Garry Hancock. Batting seventh and catching is Bobby Ramos. Batting eighth at first base is Greg Brock. And batting ninth at third base today is Tommy Brookins. Larry McCall, making his 22nd start in the year, 9-10 record with that 5 ERAs. Only got 65 Ks in 140 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .284. He's got a couple of complete games. As you can see, 1980 was his first season in the majors where he pitched almost the entire season. And so not a great record overall, 18-24, but a solid pitcher. Looks like he's got a weak fastball, throws a lot of ground balls. His fastball is a 91, though, as far as ratings go, so it's pretty strong. He is not a happy camper, but he's on a last-place team, and that's kind of attitude I probably have, too. So there's the defensive alignment for the Indians today. We have Miguel Delaney in right field, a different defensive player. Everybody else is the same. Okay, Rickey Henderson leading off against Larry McCall. First time facing him, it looks like. And he crushes it. That is sweet. Started the game with the 11th home run by Henderson, his 8th as a Tiger. And his batting average has been disappointing, but he's moving his OPS up. So that's a good way to start off the game. 1-0 Detroit. Sweet Lou Whitaker's up next. He ropes it to center field as well. This time it's going to be tracked down by Manning. That's the first out of the game. Alan Trammell's up next. He has been struggling, but not anymore, as he just plants it into the left center field bleachers. That is his 16th home run of the year among the league leaders, and it's 2-0 Detroit on 2 solo shots. Let's see if Gibby's got one in him. Oh, nope, ground ball to third. Rosello makes the play. 2 down. And that's going to bring up Parrish, hottest hitter on the team. And he takes a third strike looking. So Tigers put 2 runs on the board. It's 2-0. We're going to the bottom half of the first. Here's the lineup rundown for the Indians. Batting leadoff and playing second base is Kevin Rhomberg. Batting second in center field is Rick Manning. Batting third and DHing is Karl Pagel. Batting cleanup at first base is Andre Thornton. Batting fifth in right field is Miguel Delaney. Batting sixth and catching is Chris Bando. Batting seventh in left field is Joe Charboneau. Batting eighth at shortstop is Jerry Dybzinski. And batting ninth at third base is Dave Rosello. Pitching for the Tigers, Bruce Robbins. Take a look at his log. He's been pretty darn good of late. I guess he had a little bit of a sour stretch there where the defense let him down with all those unearned runs. But he only gave up 2 runs against California and only 1 run overall against the Yankees. And he's got a 5-5 record. He's won, 3 out of his last 4 decisions. So he's been pretty good down the stretch. He's only making his 14th start with that 4.35 ERA, 39 Ks and 72 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .268. He does have a complete game, and he did have a season high, maybe even a career high, in strikeouts with 8 against the Yanks. Okay, let's take a look here at the Detroit Tigers defensive alignment, with only major differences having Ramos catching today. And Kevin Rhomberg leading off against Bruce Robbins. Rhomberg popping it up, carrying to the outfield grass. And there's the first out as Whitaker makes the play, 1 down. Rick Manning up next, lefty on lefty. Manning grounds out to first. And here's the only other lefty in the lineup. That is Karl Pagel, 0 for 6 with a walk and a strikeout against Robbins in his career. And he flies out to right. So a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the second. Here's Garry Hancock leading off against McCall. He's got a home run against him in his career as he strikes out to lead off the second. Bobby Ramos coming down to earth a little bit as he flies out to left. His average is still .371 after that flyout. So producing in limited duty. 2 down for Greg Brock. Brock is basically, the shine's worn off on him. He had that home run to lead off his career, and then nothing since then, really, as he flies out to right field. But he's the only first baseman we have until Galarraga's ready in the minors. We go to the bottom of the second. Andre Thornton leading off, and Robbins blows it by him with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 down. Miguel Delaney, haven't seen him much this season. Batting .190 with 0 home runs. Flying out to Henderson in center field. 2 down for Chris Bando. Bando strikes out swinging. We go to the top of the third. Tom Brookins leading off against Larry McCall. Brookins pops it up into foul ground. On the first base side, play is made by the second baseman coming around, taking charge. So 1 down. Here is Rickey Henderson. Henderson walks, and I forgot, Bando's an 83 arm, 82 arm. We've got a 2-run lead. I think we could take 1 chance. And we're going to steal second. Right down the pipe, and he's caught stealing. Look at this, folks. In his last 20 games, he has 7 stolen bases and now 7 caught stealing. That is his 19th caught stealing on the season. That's unbelievable. 2 down. Here's Sweet Lou. Lou walks. I bet you if I tried to steal with Lou, he'd probably make it. But we're going to let Trammell swing away. He's 4 for 10 with 2 home runs. He had that home run in the first. Okay. Well, I was hoping maybe this was his breakout game as he pops out to the catcher in foul ground. So we go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 here. Super Joe Charboneau, 1 for 5 with a home run against Robbins in his career. Ground ball up the middle. Trammell tosses him out. 1 down. The dibber, Jerry Dybzinski, popping it up to first. Nope. Whitaker takes charge. 2 down. It's going to leave it to Dave Rosello. Rosello's had the Tigers' numbers this series, but he grounds out to second. We're going to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Detroit, with Kirk Gibson leading off. Base hit up the middle, and Gibby's on the base with a 91 speed now. Wow, that's gone up a +3 in rating, so that's kind of impressive. Sorry, as I was thinking about his speed, I was also noticing that Gibby hasn't had a home run since like the second month of it, maybe May, I guess it was. I mean, May is the second month of the season, but you know what I mean. Oh, Parrish strikes out swinging. 1 down. We're going to hit and run with Hancock, get Gibson in motion. Ground ball. Oh, snagged by the second baseman. Gibson does make it to second safely, and there is now 2 down with Bobby Ramos having a chance to drive in Gibby. Oh, he does it. Base hit to right field. Gibby comes around third, scores, and it is 3-0 on the RBI single from Ramos. So runner on first for Greg Brock, 0 for 1 on the day, and a slow grounder to short, and that's going to end the inning. The Tigers get another run. It's 3-0. We are going to the bottom of the fourth. Kevin Rhomberg leading off with a ground ball to first. There's 1 down. Next up is Rick Manning. Manning takes a strike 3 on the corner. 3 Ks now for Robbins. It's going to leave it up to Karl Pagel. There it is, base hit to right field. That is the first hit of the game. I didn't want to say anything. It was only the 4th inning, but I figured I'd jinx it if I said there was a no-hitter going on. So first base runner for the Indians. And then a ground ball to third by Thornton, and that is the final out of the inning. So we're going to the top of the 5th. 3-0 Detroit. Tommy Brookins leading off. Batting average down to .222. Scorches it to center. It's caught on the run by the center fielder, Manning. 1 down. Next up is Rickey. Rickey's popping this one straight back behind the plate. Play is made by the first baseman, Andre Thornton. So 2 down. Sweet Lou's up next, and he nubs it, little nubber, back to McCall for the final out. So we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Game is just moving right along with Miguel Delaney leading off the inning. Ground ball to I guess it's third base. Yep, Brookins makes the play. 1 down. Next up is Chris Bando. He's their full-time catcher now, as they seem to have gone through quite a rotation. There's 2 down. It's going to bring up Joe Charboneau. Charboneau walks. First walk given up by Robbins. And it's going to leave it up to Jerry Dybzinski. Remember, Dybzinski's filling in for Robin Yount. Robin Yount got injured last month, out for the season. And I think that's probably when the Indians went into a tailspin, as Dybzinski flies out to left center field. And we're going to the top of the 6th with Alan Trammell leading off. Larry McCall's only at 57 pitches, so he's been efficient. Mostly, we've got 4 hits and 2 of them are home runs. As Trammell grounds out to third. Next up is Gibby. Gibby got a base hit the last time up here. He hits a ground ball to short. It's going to leave it up to Lance Parrish. Parrish walks. 3 walks, 3 Ks now for McCall. All right, Gary Hancock, we need a long one here from you. Ground ball to first. That ends the top of the 6th. We're going to the bottom half of the inning. 3-0 Detroit. Here's the in-game stats. As it's hard to say who the player of the game would be offensively. Having said that, I was convinced by viewers to switch the player of the game yesterday to Whitaker, who, like I said, single-handedly won the game with his offense. We had given it to Jack Morris, who did deserve it, but it really was Sweet Lou that catapulted the Tigers into the victory with the inside the park home run. So Robbins starts off the inning by walking the number 9 hitter, Rosello. So the lead runner is on for Kevin Rhomberg. And there's a line drive to second. Whitaker snags it, and no play at first. As Rosello was aware of the line drive in front of him. 1 down. Another line drive, this time to Trammell. That's the second out. That's going to leave it up to Karl Pagel. Pagel, the only hit today for the Indians, as a pass ball by Ramos allows Rosello to go to second. And then Pagel makes him pay. 2-run shot to dead center field, 421 feet. And it is 3-2. Robbins is only at 65 pitches. So an efficient game between the 2 starters. Really, each just making a couple of bad pitches between them. And that's going to be the end of the inning as Thornton flies out to left. 3-2. Top of the 7th here with Bobby Ramos leading off against Larry McCall. He knocked in the 3rd run. Here he flies out to center. Oh, no! It falls in for a hit. It's all the way up against the wall. Oh, man, what do we do here? I think we're going to hold at second. I think we're going to get this run to score one way or another. We're going to have Greg Brock try to pull it through the right side of the infield. He gets a ground ball to first. That'll get Ramos to third. We're going to pull the infield in, as all we want Brookins to do is to get it to the outfield. Come on, Brookins. You've been clutch. That might be deep enough. 200, 300, 295 feet. Ace tags up and scores easily. Okay, so a double by Ramos, and then the sac fly by Brookins gives the Tigers a 4-2 lead. Back to the top of the lineup with Rickey Henderson. Ground ball back to McCall. That ends the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. We have Dilone, Bando, and Charboneau due up for the Indians. Dilone 0 for 2. Base hit to left. They're starting to get the timing down against Robbins. Delaney's on first. Here's Chris Bando striking him out. There we go. Bando doesn't know what's going on. That's the 2nd strikeout of Bando today. 4th overall for Robbins. 2 down. Charboneau hits it sharply right back to Robbins. And Robbins turns and gets the runner at second, but we can't turn the double play. So Charboneau's on first for Dibber. And Dibber nubs it right back to Robbins. Just underhanded over there. There we go. Okay, we go to the top of the 8th, 4-2. McCall, 85 pitches in with Sweet Lou leading off. 1, 2, 3. 3 straight strikes, and Whitaker is the first out. 4 Ks from McCall. Ground ball to first from Trammell. They're not making him work for it. Gibby's up next. And Gibby pops it up at third. Rosello makes the play. All right, we are going to the bottom of the 8th. 82 pitches for Robbins. Dave Rosello still in there. Ground ball to short. Trammell makes the play. Other than that long ball and a couple of walks, I mean, Robbins has been untouchable. Rhomberg hits a high fly ball, kind of deep to center field, off the wall. No, it's caught by Henderson. I thought for sure that was going to just, I don't know, ricochet off of it. But anyway, that's 2 down. Here's Rick Manning. And wow, Robbins strikes out Manning. We're going to the 9th with a 4-2 lead. 8 hits total between the two teams. Lance Parrish popping it up on the infield. That should be an easy out here in the 9th. There we go, 1 down. Next up is Garry Hancock, 0 for 3 with that strikeout. He pulls it to first. A lot of weak ground balls. Okay, that's going to leave it up to Ramos. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. That RBI may turn out to be pretty valuable as McCall gets the complete game. And the last 3 outs for the Indians come to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th is Pagel, Thornton, Dilone. I think we are taking Robbins out. Good job by him. We're going to bring in Rucker, our loogie. He's our left-handed specialist, 1-out guy. And I think we've seen this before. Lefties are batting 135 against him. So this is his 24th game, 2-0 with that 1.83 ERA. Opponent's batting 203 overall. He doesn't have any saves. And he's got to face Karl Pagel, who's 0 for 1 with a walk against Rucker. Ground ball to third. Brookins tosses him out. Good job by Rucker. He does what he needs to do. We're going to bring in Tom Hume to wrap up this puppy. Andre Thornton, not leading off with 1 down. Pops it up on the infield. Trammell camps under it. Oh no, come on. Why can't it ever be easy? You know, like you just get that feeling in your stomach when you know something bad is going to happen, and that's exactly how I felt when that ball went up. Man, that's unbelievable. So Thornton's at first. I'm not really worried about him stealing. I mean, his run doesn't mean anything, but now the tying run comes to the plate in Miguel Delaney, and there's a base at the center. When the game wants to do this to you, there's nothing you can do about it. First and third, Chris Bando, switch hitter. Tying run is at first. Bando, fly ball to right. That might get Thornton in. Nope, not deep enough. Let's go to bring up the Rookie of the Year in 1981. That's Joe Charboneau. Here he's only batting 200 versus righties, but he is the winning run. Wild pitch. Okay, so Dilone, the tying run is now at second base. If they want him to score, they're going to let him score. There we go, tie game. Infield hit. Ground ball to second. So that's total bullshit. But how many times have we seen that happen? 1,000 times. They're going to bring in their closer now that the game's tied here in the 10th inning. And Greg Brock will be the first batter to face him. Brock must have used both hands because he actually got it to the outfield that time. 1 down. Brookins, ground ball to second. Ground ball to second. All right, so we have a righty and 2 lefties coming up. I guess we have to let Hume pitch to Rhomberg. Yep. All right, now we're going to bring in Underwood. Rick Manning, ground ball to third. Double play. Okay, well, that'll keep us in the game. And then he strikes out Pagel. We go to the top of the 11th. Still tied at 4. Sweet Lou leading off the inning. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit for Lou. That's his first hit of the day. I don't really have a lot of confidence in Trammell. We're going to hit and run. Keep out of the double play if we can. Whitaker takes second. One down. Let's see what Gibby's got here. That's a base at the left. Will Whitaker score? He does. RBI single. Do we want to go for 2? 50-50 shot. And Charboneau does not have a good arm, but we're going to say no. We're going to take out Parrish. He's having a bad day. And we're going to bring in Rickey. I'm waiting for him to do something incredible. Maybe this is that moment. Runner on first is Gibson. One down for Rickey. Nope, not this moment. Oh, but Hancock drills it off the center field wall. What? How is it? Was he not running? It's outside of the park, technically. Hell yes. And Gibson is safe at home. RBI double by Hancock gives the Tigers a 2-run lead. Bobby Ramos, base hit. Ramos, he's getting hot again. Do we want to go for a double? No. Oh, he scored on that as well. Nice. So we're going to say no. It's 7-4. We need all the runs we can get here. That's the second RBI for Ramos. He might be player of the game at this point. And then Brock. Okay, so we're going to the bottom of the 11th, and we got a bunch of righties. Who is our next person to get a save here, maybe? We're going to give it to Weaver. We're going to give Weaver the opportunity. He has 4 on the year. He does walk too many. That is a concern, but we have a 3-run lead. I don't know. Andre Thornton, 1 for 6 against Weaver. So defensively, we're good. Here we go. Line drive back to Weaver. Nope, it went to Whitaker. So 1 down. Next up is Miguel Delaney. This is where it all started in the 9th. Delaney strikes out. We're 1 out away from getting away with murder. Here's Chris Bando. Bando pops it up. Trammell. Yeah, there we go. Whitaker will catch this one. He never drops it. Tigers win 7-4. I still feel incredibly disappointed by that, as Robbins deserves the victory. But it's not to be for him. Tigers win 7-4. Let's take a look at the standings. We didn't gain anything. We have won 3 in a row, and New York wins as well. So we remain 4 games back. We have the next 2 days off, so we could be as close as 3, or we could fall back to 5. So we'll see how that plays out when we come back for our next game. Let's take a look at the transactions. We're coming up on the trade deadline as Dave Augustine, not Jerry Augustine, but Dave Augustine retires. I don't really know this guy. Played for a couple years. It might be Jerry Augustine's brother. Kind of looks like him. And then the third baseman, Randy Johnson, is going to be injured for a little while. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Man, does Bobby Ramos get the player of the game? Kind of deserves it. I mean, he did put up some decent plate appearances, as it takes a moment here to think about it. Let's take a look. He got 3 hits. He drove in 2 runs. That's more than anybody else on the team. He didn't hit a home run like Trammell and Henderson, but those were negated by Trammell's stupid error. Rickey Henderson caught stealing. Pat Underwood gets the vulture win. He's 5-4 in the season. Roger Weaver comes in, gets the save. I don't know if we should give the job to Tom Hume anymore. That wasn't his fault, but he's been costly lately. Look at the great game by Robbins. 8 innings pitched, 3 hits given up, 5 Ks. And unforgivable error by Trammell. Larry McCall pitched okay. as Victor Cruz takes the loss. He is 3-5 on the season. So that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow. Take a look at the video over here and check out my contest. Like and or subscribe. If you're a subscriber, you can get in on the next contest, even if you don't like baseball cards. So until tomorrow, everyone, have a great night.